Hey guys, Jay here. So just a little bit of update on my day one progression, even though right now technically it's like day two. But I have work and yeah, I cannot skip it. So pretty much my playtime is on stream yesterday, so around 7.5 hours, but like 1.5 hours was like random bullshit that I have not actually played the game, progressing with the character. So around 6 hours, and then a little bit more today when I got back from work. So roughly, I would say around 8 hours total playtime for this character. And right now I am level 73. Not the fastest, but probably is like on par with the average player experience, right? So I want to share with you guys, first of all, my feel. What do I think about the Spectral Helix of Trarthus? So I think this is a very fun skill gem. And it actually has potential to scale quite easily, actually. So I am playing with Tripanon. This is notoriously super slow weapon. So even if it is a weapon, nobody's using it with an attack rather than, let's just say, the only two attack that I think people have been using with this weapon is probably Cyclone and Static Strike. So there are those two skill. They hit enemies or they do not have the long attack animation that you have to deal with all the time, right? So I think with the new two Trarthus gem, that is the trap gem that you can use with melee weapon, that is Spectral Helix, and then also the Spectral Throw of Trarthus. I think Spectral Throw would not be better than Spectral Helix because mechanically the Spectral Helix is going to deal way more damage, especially if a single target. And I do think that the AoE clear bit is actually pretty good as well, because if you don't scale the slower projectiles to like oblivion, so it does not travel at an insane slow speed like I showed in one of my previous video, right? I stacked 99% reduced projectile speed. Well, it is not going to be a problem for clearing, because the projectile is just going to like basically spiral, almost hitting the whole screen, if not more, right? This you can see there. If there is no obstacle that it bounced off of, it will just basically clear the whole screen. Obviously, there is a little bit of delay, but with the current setup, I always crit with this weapon, obviously, and I am getting a lot of flat cold damage from Replica Covenant. I think this is a very cookie cutter and very cheap combo at the moment to have effectively quite a lot of damage. So Tripanon and Replica Covenant for added flat damage, because this weapon almost have no base damage. And then I will, of course, use Marilyn's Fallacy. So we have a bunch of crit multi. I am a I am an elementalist, so I am stacking a bunch of golems. Sorry, I cannot record it at any time that is more quiet. But yeah, there's a screaming kid nearby me. Guess who it is? Anyway, right now I am having 4 golems. This is like the basic setup. You don't have to have like insane investment right now. All that I have that is golem related is just the golem ascendancy. So Leech of Primordial. It allows me to have +2 maximum golem. 4-second on golem self, resurrecting after 4 seconds when they are killed. But so far I didn't recall it. I didn't recall that they even die once, at least so far. Right now I'm only in tier 1 map, but throughout the campaign, since the moment that I get the golem and since the moment that I use this thing, it doesn't die. It never dies, because it is tanky enough, at least for the like early content, right? And then the other 3 passive that we actually invest into the golem is going to be these nodes. They give 80% buff and a +1 to maximum golem. So we have 4 maximum golem, and they are giving me a lot of regen, some defense, which is actually energy shield, and some maybe armor and evasion as well. I am having very scuffed gear. I don't have a specific stat that I focus on defense. You can see here just a little bit of evasion and armor, nothing really much. My gear is like whatever I pick up off the ground, or mostly actually comes from the mercenary. Taking the lunch money and the items and the clothes from the mercenary has been a really good source of just overall item that we can use early on. So you can see here, nice resistances, a little bit of life, not too much, some life, some resistance, some strength, some flat damage. This is life and a bunch of resistances. This is a blue one that just life and some strength. And this is just 25% movement speed. I have been using this one from, let me just remove all the gems here. I've been using this from level 32 until now. I have not been replacing it whatsoever, right? So let me just resummon my golem. Yeah, so yeah, the gear is basically whatever I pick up off the ground. I bought the Triponon for 1C, 1 Chaos, Marilyn Fallacy for 1 Chaos, and I bought the Replica Covenant for 10 Chaos. I do see that normally it goes for like 14 to 18 to 20 Chaos something, but for some reason there was one in particular that is sold for 10 Chaos. Maybe he just won some quick money and sold it to him. He sold it to me for 10 Chaos. Let me actually check if what it is right now. We don't care about any roll, right? It is just going down, right? And there are more of them on the market, more and more of them, because people running heists, they are just going to sometimes pick this item up. I think this item is probably the best for early damage, because we have just a lot of free cold damage. Cold damage, I think, is probably the best thing that we can have here as well, because cold damage allows us to freeze. We have 100% crit chance here. Even with the 40% less crit chance, it just is so easy to cap your crit because the base crit is so high, right? With just the Ice Golem, this thing alone giving me 130% something increased critical strike, and that alone is enough to cap my crit. And I even have like a 4 power charge on top of it. I don't think I need to take the power charge here. It literally does not do anything because my crit is already capped. And I have some random like crit note, I think, here and there, maybe, yeah, 60% crit from this one, just because it comes with the 20% crit multi. And yeah, I don't think power charges actually do anything for me at the moment. Maybe I would just pick out of this one. So no crit chance problem whatsoever. The Ice Golem also helped me to get a lot of accuracy. I have no investment in accuracy whatsoever. And this one is pretty good for trap because we throw multiple traps. We do not attack once for every single time we throw, right? You can see we have multiple here. So even if one of them miss, there's nothing really. And if I just invest into like a 2-3 passive point into accuracy, it's just going to easily be 100%. Or maybe one roll on any of my item here. I have a little bit of accuracy flat from Marilyn's Fallacy, which is almost nothing, but we have like more than 1,400 accuracy something from the Ice Golem alone. So that is very good, right? I have a bunch of Chaos Resistance from the Chaos Golem, Regen from Stone Golem, and I have Flame Golem for damage. I don't think this is even like the best setup for the Golem, because we do not benefit from the AoE. We do not really benefit from the dot multi here. I think I would like to have a glove. Let me actually show you POE trait here a little. So trap throwing speed. I think this item, this glove, is going to be the best bet right now because I am so early on in my progression. I don't even have 35 chaos to buy this one, but this thing is going to allow me to scale cast speed and then get a bunch of trap throwing speed, which is going to improve the speed that I throw out the trap. Basically, it is attack speed, right? Yeah, and it's going to feel much better when I actually get that glove. It is not too expensive. It's just a little bit of farming and you should be able to easily get one of these. And the more that they drop, the more you will actually like get it. Why is this so good? It has a roll to reduce your throwing speed. However, cast speed is a lot nearby. We get a lot of cast speed nearby. And then we also can switch to using the Golem, the Lightning Golem. It is going to give me around 30%, if not more, cast speed. So that is translate directly into throwing speed. And any amount of extra is going to be on top of that, because 30% is going to nullify the trap throwing speed here. and we can scale it much higher, right? So we can have let me just put cast speed. Cast speed here. You can see there is a bunch of cast speed here. I am going to go one to get this area anyway. So cast speed here, cast speed. We can get very easily, and maybe we can get cast speed somewhere else. I don't know. Maybe here, this wheel. We can go this way. I don't think we should go this way actually. I probably take this point and take some cast speed here. Cast speed here, 10% here. It's very good as well. And maybe we take this and get the jewel. No, I don't think we get it. But there are abundant cast speed around, and maybe we can get cast speed on gear as well, which is going to be pretty good. So those are going to improve overall feel of the build, right? Other than that, I want to share with you guys a pretty cool tech. So right here we have the Bladefall of Trarthus. I don't even like use this tech to the fullest at the moment, but I want to share with you guys the mechanic of it regardless. So I am now using Eldritch Battery. So we are having Energy Shield. I should remove my face to this so you guys can see. Oh, shoot. Okay, I moved my face here. So now you can see that the Energy Shield is what I'm using to cast my skill here, right? You can see that because it is based on my recharge rate to actually sustain the Energy Shield, it actually just regens very quickly. So if you have a low base mana, at least lower mana base than your Energy Shield, you will have a very good time just sustain this thing almost basically for free. Basically for free. You can see that I still can run around and throw traps basically all the time. Eventually, if I just spam here like this, it will eventually run out, but it will take like probably 20 seconds before that happens. And when fighting, you probably need to run around a little. So basically, this is free. So what can you do with this? This basically becomes your Righteous Fire, but it hit. So you can actually link like Hex Touch and link a curse to it for auto curse. You can do for example, in this particular case, if I am an elementalist, or if you are an elementalist, you should be able to benefit a lot more from this particular skill because it automatically just shocks enemies around you. It automatically chills enemy around you, so slow them down and also make them deal less damage. And then it also ignite enemies around you, so they always have a portion of their damage converted to fire. And you should be able to mitigate fire damage much easier than physical damage in general. So that is going to benefit a lot. We can also link this one to, because, for example, we have hits always shock, and the shock always increase damage taken by 25% here. If we shock with a actual skill like this one, right, the shock is probably 25%, or maybe a little bit more, 27 something. But you don't want to link a support gem like Unbound Element. Let me just show you what it is. The Unbound Element is a support gem that is going to increase the here it actually is Unbound Element. It is going to increase the effect of non-damaging elements on enemies. So chill and chill, freeze, and shock. So mostly just chill and shock. Maybe sap, maybe brittle, but those are, you know, different things we don't care about here. Mostly it is the chill and the shock. So the shock is going to be improved by, I think at the maximum level, it is probably around 54% something. So 54%, if you multiply that, let's just say 50%. You multiply that, that is a 38% shock already. And it is also going to improve the chill by a lot. Even though the damage is low, you can potentially, for example, if you want to have some chill effect here, and you have any cold wheel taken, you can take the mastery to have chill from your hit always reduce action speed by at least 10%. So that means your chill is probably going to at least be chilling the enemies for around 20-25% with all the things that you invested into the setup, regardless of the damage. And that means like a 10-12% reduced damage from all the enemies. They are going to deal less damage, right? So it also can be linked to ignite proliferation, for example, which will allow me to automatically just ignite everything around constantly. So it is very consistent. With that, you can convert a part of the damage to elemental, so you can save yourself, and you also can save your golems, because the golems are immune to elemental damage. They are not immune to physical, so almost half of the damage is converted into elemental, and that means the golem will not take those damage. You can potentially use stuff like this one I mentioned in the previous video already, but I want to mention again. This thing stacked additively to the ascendancy of the elementalist. So 25% plus 40%, that is 65% damage converted. You can put this one on yourself, but you can also put this one on your mercenary. Then there is another thing. Pure Shock class spell. You can also use this, and I would recommend you to go for this one on your character, because your character is going to shock and ignite enemies very, very frequently. It is the condition that needs to happen, so they will convert up to 15% of ignited enemies damage to physical, so that brings up the total number to 80% damage converted to fire. And another 15% potentially to lightning, so that is 15% to lightning, plus 80% to fire, that is 95% total damage converted to elemental. And so the golem is going to be immune to 95% of physical damage. That's just how it works. And yeah, that's everything I want to share in this video today. So thanks for watching. I hope you do enjoy. Hope the leak has been very nice to you. I think the leak is very fun. The actually, I just finally got the I think I finally got the second. Yeah, I finally got this one. So let me just actually use it. I finally got the absolution. I would like to use this one. Before that, I always have been using this one, and I actually turned off the mercenary entirely for like the last 40 level, pretty much, because I don't want to waste gold on them in the campaign. We level up the zones that we are running too fast, so they die too often, and I don't want to waste money to actually just revive them for them to just die again, right? My character, I feel like, is strong enough. It just breezes through the campaign very, very quickly. I don't need the mercenary. If you want to have the mercenary to help you, you can actively do that. There's a lot of strong mercenary that you can do. Yeah, so that is everything. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Remember, play the game. Do not let the game play you. You decide what you have fun with, right? Peace.